Fall is definitely starting to settle in. You can really feel it in the air. So the other night it felt so good to just light a fire. And even though I don't like how dark it's getting now, so early, but it felt so good to just sit out there and just really relax. I live in the most adorable little cottage. I named it Little Boho Cottage, and it's about 400 square feet, and it's got 3 rooms. It's got a kitchen, a living room, and a bedroom. We're going right past each of the windows right now, and then a beautiful garden, which is definitely my happy place. Just like in so many different places in the US, it's tough to find a nice place to live that's affordable in the Hudson Valley. It's gotten really tough since COVID, but I knew I wanted this place the moment I saw this picture. I mean, look at how cute it is. I absolutely fell in love. And really, I've done only plant changes. And by that, I mean, I've just added a lot of plants and a lacy curtain. So here's the picture I saw of the kitchen, and I was so excited, except for the little tiny fridge. That scared me a little, but I knew there was just so much potential here, and I could not wait to get into that kitchen and just make it my own. So come on in. Right when you enter the house, you're in the kitchen with the big fridge, no little fridge, and just an explosion of, I guess, my style, which is a bit eclectic, a bit boho, definitely a little feminine. So I spend a lot of time in this little kitchen. It's my happy place. I love to eat, so I love to cook, and it's the perfect size for one person. I'm gonna guess, I haven't measured, but I'm gonna guess it's like 10 by 10 because it's a square, and I think the square shape makes it really easy for me to be in. It's not a room I'm going to ever be able to fit a lot of appliances in. You probably could squeeze them in, but it would just feel crowded, I feel like. So I have a crock pot that I keep in this, what essentially is a piece of, I think it was really like dining room furniture that they turned into a little, a bench here, workbench. And then it's got storage underneath. But it's perfect. I didn't do this. This was here when I got here, and it's perfect. And then there's room for a Vitamix, which is great because you gotta have your Vitamix. Got a small stove that totally works, but there's not a ton of prep space. This is really it. So it is a little tight when you get a bunch of people in here prepping and making food at the same time. But for just me, it's perfect, and it's cozy, and I love it. Oh, let's talk about these floors. So they pretty much always look dirty, and I assure you this is not dirt. Well, there's probably dirt too, but all these little spots that you're seeing are not dirt. They are in fact just where things have chipped on the black, and I did not do the black. I really wish it was back to its original color, but apparently they were pretty beat up. So the couple before me painted it, and I totally get what they were doing with their color scheme. It's just not necessarily my favorite. So I kind of love the parts where it's beat up, like really beat up, really where you can tell it's just the floor peeking through, like right here. I love that. I think my plan is to do a checkerboard. Actually, not I think. I know my plan is to do a checkerboard. The problem just being, to do a checkerboard, you have to measure. And I don't do measuring. So it's going to happen though. I set myself a deadline of the end of October because it's much easier to paint when you can open the windows. And I don't want to do that in the winter. So I'm kind of loving this shadow right now. But it will be done as a checkerboard, and I think that will look really, really, really cool. And then I might actually distress the white along with the black, so it just has kind of a real old checkerboard look, which I think would look really, really cool. I saw this picture of the bathroom and thought it was just the cutest cottage bathroom I had ever seen, so I knew I was gonna love it. And you know what? It's such a cute little bathroom. I love this little bathroom. I've got a little I've got a little stall shower. We'll call it a shawl. And an unhappy plant that might need to hang out outside for a bit. But it's a really tiny, tight space, so I can't really show it too well. What it does have was something I almost changed, and now I'm really glad that I didn't. It has a gold ceiling, which was also the ceiling color in my bedroom. And I promptly changed that in the bedroom because the light was very different in there. It actually looked a bit like baby poop to me. But in here, because it has the light right up there, I think it looks really cool. So you come through the kitchen, there's the front door again. Oh, and I am going to show you one thing. I figured this out last year. So I have huge gaps in the top of my door, which I fill in. You can see the remnants of it with this stuff you can put in a crack like that. But last year I also discovered that putting up a velvet curtain when the door is closed really made a difference. So this is where that's been hanging, and I am going to so miss having this door open. I pretty much keep it open all summer, and it's just so nice to have all that light. So I'm gonna really miss that when pretty soon I have to keep it shut. There were a bunch of people who all wanted this house, of course, and I desperately wanted it because look at how cute this living room is, and I'm so thankful that I was the one that they picked. It makes me so happy to be in here. So it's not a very large room. I think it's the exact same size as the kitchen, actually. I think it's also about 10 by 10. And it used to have a wood stove right here, which I was very excited about, but I'm equally excited that it's gone now. I would love some suggestions though. The wood stove pipe used to go right here, would attach down to the stove. And they may in fact put a stove back in at some point, so they very wisely decided not to remove that pipe up there. It's capped, and I can't hurt it, obviously, like I can't drill in it or I can't do anything crazy to it, but I want to finish that off somehow. And I was thinking maybe like wrapping it in twinkle lights, something like that. But if you have any thoughts, I would love to hear them, because I think that could be really cool. Keeping in mind, of course, that there is a fire that will be right below it, so it can't be anything that hangs super low, or a plant even will probably not be all that happy with all the warm air coming up. And this is Charlie's bed. He's actually under those covers right now. I was planning on making this room look super beautiful, taking away his stairs, taking away his blankets, and just making it look so cute, the sofa. But this is what it actually looks like every day. And it's like 10:15 in the morning, and he has not gotten up. Well, he's gotten up for his walk, but then he didn't have his breakfast and he went back to bed. So I don't think he's feeling very good today. I think he probably ate something, which is very Charlie. So he's under there, and I'm not going to disturb him. He has his own set of steps because I want to keep his little knees and his back healthy. My other Chihuahua that I had ended up with back problems, so I'm just trying to help prevent that with Charlie. Speaking of my other Chihuahua, there she was. That was my Bella with my grandmother, who had the best smile. There's my little piano. And again, I have the black floor in here, and I would love this floor also to be painted like maybe a clay color, but it doesn't bother me in here like it bothers me in the kitchen. So it probably is gonna just stay the same in here, unless I get like super energized. So I picked out this sofa. It's the very first sofa I've ever bought new, which I shocked myself when I bought it. I have always actually gotten most of my sofas for free. So I did bring my last sofa, which was a Craigslist score. It was this beautiful sofa from the 70s that had been super well preserved. And it was this really nice lady who just listed it on Craigslist and was like, if you can come get it, you can have it. So I came and got it, and I love that sofa. But it was like 92 inches long. So the only wall I could go on was the wall with the window. And it actually went over the bedroom door. It blocked it a little bit, but it was fine. But after a while, I realized it really was just it was way too tight in here because that sofa was the wrong size. And I knew I would need about a 70-inch sofa, which is what this is. And I tried so hard to find a 70-inch sofa for like a year, and I just couldn't find one on Craigslist, on anywhere I looked. It just wasn't happening. And so I finally broke down and bought a sofa, which I shocked myself that I was even willing to do it. But I love the color now. I didn't like it when it came in. I was like, oh, I should have picked a different color. And but it's really comfy. It's from Article, which I feel like everybody's sofas are from Article right now. So I did what everybody else did and chose an easy way to get a sofa. And everything about the process was super easy, and I love it. And basically, it's Charlie's bed. He shares it with me. Come here, buddy. Come on. My little Charlie's not feeling very good today. His tummy's grumbling. I think you ate something yesterday, buddy. That's what I think. I think you ate something you shouldn't have, and now your tummy hurts. Normally, if he eats something bad, he won't eat his food until the end of the next day. So that seems to be what's happening. So then right through the living room, you go right into the bedroom, which I love this little room, which is good since I spend a lot of time in here because it's my bedroom, which you can see also has the black floor, but you barely see any floor in here because it's so tiny. So I'm really not bothered by it in here, but it's also my office, which is something I fought really hard ever having an office in my bedroom, but it is what it is. And here is my little closet, which I have also a curtain on, which I have to say, if you live in an area where you deal with mold, which the Northeast we definitely do, having a curtain as a door, it's going to be a little bit messy, but I'm going to show you, is great because it allows air to get in there. This is definitely a small closet for me. It doesn't go deep either. It's just what it is. Lots of colorful things, but it gets the job done. I've been forced to keep only what really means something, so that's a good thing. My mom got me that mirror from an antique store, and I love it. And oh my goodness, how cute is baby Charlie? I don't know if that shows up well. He's the cutest little thing ever. So I make a lot of paintings like this. This is a little painting I did on fabric, and I experimented with this one, and I had it printed on a blanket, which I think is something I'm going to be experimenting with a lot this winter when photography slows down. But I had it printed onto this blanket, so you can see. Went from that to that, and I love it. I love how it turned out. I was so adamant about not having my computer, like my office, in my bedroom. And I know a lot of people don't even have like a computer set up anymore because they just use their laptop. And I use my laptop too, but I require like an ergonomic setup for my body. My body needs the ergonomic chair and all that good stuff because I'm on my computer so much. I didn't really want it in here, but it was just the only place it would work. And it's been fine. It's been fine. It's been a good exercise in what you focus on. Because literally when I wake up, I see my desk. So I could just focus on what I have to do for work and that kind of stuff, but I try to just focus on other things, and it's worked out great. And it's one of those things when you have a small space, you just have to make do. Here is my linen closet. In this pillow, I have all of my sheets that I'm not using and pillowcases I'm not using. They're all stuffed into here because I don't really have anywhere to store linens in here. So there it is. I think pretty much everything you're looking at here is thrifted. My pillows, I just love finding all the different colors and the different patterns. I think it's so fun. All three of my curtains don't match. So these are actually tablecloths that I took out of my grandmother's house, and they're the same one. There's just two of them, and I have them both on here, so they're a little thicker. And since I only had the one, I still wanted to use it, and so I just figured, oh well, I'll just use different ones on each window. So that's what I've done, and it works. And then back out we go. I am so grateful that I have this little place to live in. It's so perfect for me. And I'm so thankful that you found this video, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. And I hope you have a wonderful day.